Hey everyone, I want to post a fun video today where showing off this new board game table that I picked up. So I'm excited. We had been, obviously, there's no chairs right now, so not much of a sitting situation, but that is in the mix. I know, so I had been thinking about getting a board game table for quite a while, and it originally started with getting ads for um, one of the board gaming companies. I can't think of their name. Wormwood, that's what it was. Wormwood Gaming, and they had a table that I was set and ready to buy, and then they put out I think last year put out a Kickstarter, and the price of the table that I was gonna buy like more than doubled, and so I was like, well, for that price, I could just think about either other options or like having. We have a friend who's a good a great woodworker who like loves building tables and whatnot, so I considered that. But all to say, by the end of the day here, at the time when I started looking at them, I looked on like Amazon to see what kind of options they had, and there wasn't really much. And so as we were considering like what kind of table to get, I ended up doing. My wife actually suggested. She was like, "I actually saw a table on Amazon," and I was like, "Nah, there's not any good tables on there." And then I actually went and checked it out, and so this guy right here is from Amazon, and so I'll link that below. And the comments, what was I gonna say? All the comments for it fit exactly how it came. Like it had very good reviews if you know what you're paying for, right? Like I think this ran about 600 USD maybe, whereas like a board game table can run you upwards of like $3,000 to $5,000 and whatnot, and that's an investment that you wanted to think through. But because right now this table will likely eventually go into some sort of like game room for me. Like the house that I'm currently in, probably not going to stay here forever. I'll probably end up renting it out and moving to a different part of town, but that'll be a couple years from now. Anyway, I'll just say this option here just like worked really well for us because we wanted a table. We didn't. If we're gonna have a friend like build a table, we probably would have had him build like a nice dining room table in general, probably not the gaming table. And so this like kind of killed two birds with one stone where I have my gaming table, I can hang on to this for a long time while whether it can serve as our dining room table for now and then maybe eventually go into kind of more of a game room sort of space. But I'll open it up here and start with like some of the comments on Amazon from this were that like there might be some scuffs that came in, and that did happen. There's like a little scuff on the corner here which I think I would be able to fix anyway, but I honestly can't notice it. And then the other ones were right. If you buy like when it comes to like if you're gonna buy like a Wormwood table or one of the tables where you're gonna be spending a couple grand on them, then yeah, they're gonna have better panels than this. So like one of the comments is that like ideally you probably don't want to risk spilling things on this because there's some gaps on here, and I think that's just gonna be how it is. So like our buddy who makes tables and such, like maybe I'll get him to figure out some ideas like of how to help with that. But for now, I'm honestly not too worried about it. It just means I'm not going to be keeping like storing games like Champions and whatnot under here. So I'll open it up. It has a little handle here. You open it up like this, and then it comes with. Jesus, I slammed the table. That's good. It comes with like a mat down here that seems pretty cool. Works out well. It does. So another comment that you'll read on Amazon are the cup holders are tiny, and that is very true. Like you can't fit a normal cup in here. You can maybe fit like a bottle, but maybe you can put some snacks in there. Not sure, but that was just a note on that. But yeah, I mean, I don't need to open up this whole thing, but one thing that you can get when you buy a board game table is like a holder for the panels, and that would be awesome. So that would be a cool thing to have. Hopefully I didn't destroy the table slamming that on it. Nope, looks good. So, we had a nice little durability test there, but it is very solid. If you look at that Amazon link as well, one of the items says that like the bottom, you probably don't want to stand on like the mat here, but I'd be confident standing on top of the panels here. But it is true that, let's see, I'm going to set the panel down here. Under here, the like actual like panel under here for the table, like it's going to fit. I mean, it's going to fit a lot of weight. It's going to fit whatever game you're playing on. But like the comment said, you probably don't want to like push down to stand up or something, or like definitely don't like jump on it, right? But who's going to be doing that? Unless maybe you have kids running around. But yeah, anyway, so this is the table. I don't know if it had a specific name, but like it came very well packed. I was happy with that. One thing, like it had some wooden panels that definitely had some like nails just poking out in it, but that was, secured in the package. So you just have to be careful when you're unboxing it. But anyway, I'm excited. Now I have a gaming table, so I can, once we have chairs, I can, use this as the area that I play games with either my wife or friends, do some puzzles, Marvel Champions, Lord of the Rings, all that jazz. But yeah, so I'm pumped for it. I don't think I'll be like filming on this table because I have my own little filming station for playing the game up there, but this will be fun for just hosting and playing new games. If I want to try like Final Girl, for example, I have I have Final Girl stuff, or Marvel Zombies, things I don't play too often, Spirit Island that I would want to play. Like it gives me, I can leave my champion stuff at the filming station, but I can just play those games down here, and it can be exciting. So yeah, very glad I got this. We wanted to check the box of getting a table, and this kind of fit what we needed for our stage of life. So this worked out really well. I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll chat with you later.